भगवान की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
बोलो श्री गिरिराज महाराज की श्रीला प्रभुपाद की So Hare Krishna dear devotees, thank you very much for being with us to celebrate this wonderful festival which has been inaugurated by Krishna himself. So today we have a very special guest from Birmingham. His Grace Nitai Kirtan Prabhu ki. Prabhuji doesn't need any introduction at all, and he has been so kind to us. Whenever we request, Prabhuji is with us. So Prabhuji will be delivering a wonderful lively session. May I kindly request some of you to come and sit here in front of Govardhan at the moment. So thank you very much. After the class, we will have circumambulation of Govardhan, worship of Govardhan. Then we will have Damodarashtakam prayers followed by Prasadam. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So can I request those at the back, if you could kindly move forward because you want to see the slideshow. It'll be easy for you to see. Otherwise you'll need a telescope from the back. So while you're all moving forward, actually first of all let's have a big thank you to the Kirtan team. Wasn't that amazing Kirtan? It's one of the reasons why I love coming to ISKCON Manchester. The Kirtans are lively. So we'll start by requesting the blessings of all our spiritual teachers. First of all, request the blessings of all of you here, especially my seniors. Request the blessings of all our spiritual teachers, Shishi Gaurnitai and Panchatattva, and then Shishi Radha and Krishna. So for those of you who know the prayers, please say along with me. Om Jnana Timidandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurudmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaharam Dadati Swam Padampikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Radha Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadhvikam Savadutam Parjana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinavantu Yarapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Namostuke. Next to prayers Jayatam Surato Pankor Mama Mandam Matedake Matsa Vasvapadam Dojo Dhatam Manano Divya Vrindan Kalpapadmada Srimad Radha Shidhasanasto Srimad Radha Shidagovinda Devo Prasthanavi Sevamashwarani Srimad Sarasaram Virvam Shivata Katasita Karshan Vedo Swanay Gopi Gopinata Shestina Back to Radharam Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwavadosute Devi Pranami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarvyasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prajavine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Devashatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. I request everyone to raise your hands. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Again, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Even louder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Okay, is everybody comfortable?
Hari.
Let's get into it. So we'll go to about 7:30. So today we're going to look at the glories of Govardhan Hill. How many of you have been to Govardhan Hill, Govardhan Parvat in Vrindavan Dham? Raise your hands high in the air. So not everyone. Okay. So let's discuss today because this is sometimes a little bit difficult for some people to understand. Why do we worship a hill? What's wrong with you people? What's wrong with all of you? Worshipping a hill? So let's understand, what is Govardhan Hill? Why do we worship this hill? And then we're going to look at some Govardhan pastimes with Krishna, the Supreme Lord. Pastime that happened 5,000 years plus ago. Celebrated on this day. Actually, today's the last day, right? Not the first day. Was it the actual day they did the parikrama? I forget. Is it because it was over 7 days? So is this the first of the 7 days or the last of the 7 days? This is the day that you actually did the parikrama. I can't remember. Somebody was saying in the class, I can't. Anyway, whichever one it is. We'll find out the story today. So let's start by chanting a verse from the scriptures. It's always auspicious to start with the words from the scriptures and then we'll get into the pastimes. So this is from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, verse 21. So these are the prayers of the gopis, the great devotees, the great lovers of Krishna. So they are glorifying everything to do with Vrindavan and Krishna, and this is one of the verses. This is glorifying Govardhan Hill specifically. Let me just get the meter. Hantaya Madir Abala Haridasa Varyo. Hantaya Madir Abala Haridasa Varyo. Yad Rama Krishna Charanas Parasha Pramoda. Yad Rama Krishna Charanas Parasha Pramoda. Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayodyat. Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayodyat. Pani Yasuya Vasakandara Kandamule. Pani Yasuya Vasakandara Kandamule. Very good. Did I say Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya? No, oops, sorry. Anyway, let's do it anyway. So before we chant the verses, let's say, please repeat Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 We did that the other way around anyway. This is the translation. Of all the devotees, this Govardhan Hill is the best. Oh my friends, this hill supplies Krishna and Balaram, along with their calves, cows, and cowherd friends, with all kinds of necessities. Water for drinking, very soft grass, caves, fruits, flowers, and vegetables. In this way, the hill offers respects to the Lord. Being touched by the lotus feet of Krishna and Balaram, Govardhan Hill appears very jubilant. So the gopis of Vrindavan are glorifying Govardhan Hill because it is the best devotee. Interesting, huh? So how many of you think that Govardhan is a devotee, and how many of you think that Govardhan is Krishna? So let's see, let's ask first. Who thinks Govardhan is Krishna himself? Raise your hand. And who thinks Govardhan is a devotee? So some of you are saying both, some of you are confused. So let's discover here, what are the gopis saying? That Govardhan is, if you look at the first line, the last three words, Haridas Avari. So Haridas Das Avari. Which means he's the best devotee. How's the hill the best devotee? And then some of you are saying, Govardhan is Krishna himself as well? How does that work? Let's discover. So before we enter into the shall we say, the depths of the Govardhan pastime, what I'm going to request everybody to do is to leave your false ego outside, please. You know, like you left your shoes outside? Leave your false ego outside. So we have to pray to Gopeshwar Mahadev before we can enter the pastimes of Vrindavan. We always pray to Lord Shiva. And this is the temple in Vrindavan where we go to pay obeisances. And this is the actual deity, and there's his bull carries there. So what I'm going to request everybody to do is, did anybody go to Vrindavan in Kartik? Everybody managed to go to India in Kartik? Has anybody been and come back? Been and come back? I'm going to get you a dust of your feet later. Right, but for the rest of us who didn't manage to go this time, I'm going to ask us to go there in the mind. It's called Manasik Puja. So the first thing we do before we enter Vrindavan, we always pay obeisances, we always bathe Gopeshwar Mahadev. He's the guardian of Vrindavan. Lord Shiva, the Shivaling, is the guardian. So without Lord Shiva's blessings, we cannot enter into Vrindavan. So I'm going to ask all of you to stand up. All of you to stand up now. And in your mind, looking at this picture, actually, wait, everyone sit down for one moment. No, stand up, sit up now. Sit down for a moment. Just, I want you to meditate on this picture first. The reason why I'm asking you to sit down is so the people at the back can see. Can everyone at the back, let's call them sitting at the back. Can everybody at the back see this picture of Gopeshwar Mahadev, yes? So now place this deity of this Shivaling in your mind and now stand up. Place this deity in your mind and now stand up. Everybody stand up. Now I want you to close your eyes, but I want you to physically do the actions. Everybody stand up. I want you to physically do the action. I want you to imagine you have a kalash in your hand with water or milk. Actually, ideally with milk. You've got a kalash with milk. Do the physical action. Hold it out in front of you right now, with both hands or one hand, however you do it. And now with the Shivaling right in front of you, in your mind's eye now, you can pour as much milk as you want. Pour that milk over Lord Shiva, over Gopeshwar Mahadev. Chanting, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And leaving now your false ego. Praying to Lord Shiva to leave your false ego so we can enter into the Dham. Now put the kalash down and now let us pay your obeisances in your mind. Pay your respects to Lord Shiva. Begging for his blessings that we can enter the Dham. Shri Gopeshwar Mahadev ki! Wonderful, please sit down. Now we are ready to enter into Vrindavan Dham. So, when I went to Vrindavan a few years back, I generally go in Kartik time. I'm not normally here, but anyway, somehow Krishna held me back today, this year. When I went one of the times, we have a guide that takes us around and explains to us the different pastime places. And he explained this to me, to the group. And he said, God is made of 3 letters, G, O, D. He said G stands for generator, O stands for operator, and D stands for destroyer. And of course, from Sanatan Dharma, we know who are these 3 personalities. Generator is Lord Brahma. The operator is, and the destroyer is, and you guys know everything, let's go home. Now, let's see if you really do know something. This is the detail. Each of the three murti, they wanted to serve Lord Krishna. And so, for example, Brahma, he did many years of tapasya. And when he pleased the Lord, he asked Lord Krishna, please, I want to be able to see your pastimes. So the Lord told him, yes, you can come, but not in this form as Brahma. You can appear as hills. So each of the four heads of Brahma became four hills. Does anybody know where those four hills are? Varsana, yes. So this is where who stayed? Radharani stayed. Srimati Radharani ki. Yes. Lord Shiva, his head became a hill. Which hill is this of Lord Shiva? Kailash? No, that's where he stays eternally. I'm talking about in Vrindavan. Lord Shiva wanted to serve the Lord, so his head became one of the hills where...
Nandagam?
Nandagam, yes. So that is where Lord Krishna stayed. So Varshana is where Radharani stayed. Nandagam is where Krishna stayed. Now where did Lord Vishnu? Which hill did Lord Vishnu become?
Govardhan.
Which hill did Lord Vishnu come? Govardhan. Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ke! So, he became Govardhan. So where did Radha and Krishna meet most? In Govardhan. You see? So Radharani is in Varshana, Krishna is in Nandagaon, and they would meet, they would come together on Govardhan. So Govardhan, correctly, as people said earlier, Govardhan is the Lord Himself. Now we need to answer the question, but how come the gopis are saying Govardhan is the best devotee? That doesn't make sense, does it? How is Govardhan the best devotee? So Brahma is the four hills where Radharani grew up. Vishnu is Govardhan, the best devotee, and Lord Shiva is Nanda Maharaj's palace where Krishna grew up. So if Govardhan is the Lord Himself, how is He a devotee? We understand in the spiritual world, this is described in the Garga Samhita. In the spiritual world, Radharani wanted a wonderful place to enjoy. So from the Lord's heart, from the love in His heart, this energy manifested, it's like a seed, and was planted in the ground. And then it began to grow and grow and grow into this huge mountain, Govardhan. And it became so big that Krishna had to stop it from growing any further. He said, wait, what are you doing? You're taking over the whole spiritual world. Stop. Like that. So this mountain is Krishna, but He facilitates all the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. So therefore, He is simultaneously God and He is simultaneously a devotee. He facilitates the pastimes. What does Govardhan offer to Krishna and Radharani? What did we hear? What did we hear in the Bhagavatam verse? Caves. So these caves, has anybody been to India when it's really hot? Anybody been to India when it's really hot, like 45 degrees, 50 degrees, and it's like, what do you want to do? What do you do at that time? Not shade. You stay in the AC room. That's it. You don't even go out of your room. Forget about shade. Even in the shade, it's like, I'm dying here. If you've ever been, I was in Vrindavan in 2010, in April time. It was like 41 degrees. The few hours of the daytime, you just stay in the room with the AC on. When the AC isn't working, big problem. So the caves in Govardhan, when it's very hot, those caves are cooling. Very cool, like AC is on in the cave. And when it's very cold in the wintertime, those caves are warm. The grass is so luscious and sweet for the cows. The water, the waterfalls, the rivers, the streams in Govardhan Hill, they are like nectar. Such sweet water, like Manchester, right? Manchester tap water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recycled a few million times. No, Govardhan water is so sweet. It's like this. Govardhan served and facilitated the pastimes of Krishna, the cowherd boys, the cows, and especially the meeting place of Radha and Krishna. So this is why Govardhan is also worshipped, also celebrated as one of the greatest devotees of the Lord. So today especially, I'll give you a chance to do this later, but today especially, we want to pray to Giriraj. We have Govardhan here. We want to pray to Giriraj as a seeing him, kind of taking him to be a devotee, not the Lord himself, taking to be a devotee, because we want his blessings, just as he is serving Radha Krishna and facilitating the residents of Vrindavan. We also want to be a great devotee like Giriraj. So we pray for the mercy of Giriraj to become a devotee like him. Wonderful devotee. So, in active instruction, text number 9, this verse is there. The holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathura Puri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavan, because of Krishna's Ras Leela pastimes. And superior to the forest of Vrindavan is Govardhan Hill, Shri Raj Maharaj Ke! For it was raised by the divine hand of Shri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. So, let's discuss now about Govardhan Leela. So first of all, how did it end up in Vrindavan? How did it end up in Vraj? It didn't start there. So Govardhan Hill, the mountain, actually started in the Himalayas. It first was there in the Himalayas. And this great sage, does anybody know what his name is, beginning with P? Pulatsya Muni. Yes, we have a few scholars here. Pulatsya Muni was passing by, and back in the day, the great sages, they could fly, they could travel very quickly. So as he was passing over the Himalayas, he noticed this Govardhan Hill has such amazing facilities there. Sweet grass, as already described, the waterfalls, the caves, and he thought this would make a very nice place for me to do my tapasya or my meditation. So then he asked Govardhan's father, the mountains also have personalities. Don't ask me how. They can appear as like human beings as well, personalities inside. So he asked the father, Dronagiri, if he could take Govardhan. So Govardhan agreed to go on one condition, that wherever you put me down, that place I'll stay. So Pulastya Muni picked up Govardhan and he flew over, coming back down south, over Bharatvarsh, over India. And when he was flying over the place of Vrajabhumi, the land of Vrindavan, then Giriraj realized that this is where Lord Krishna is going to perform his pastime. So at that time, he became very heavy, so heavy that Pulatsya Muni became tired. And he thought, let me just rest for a few minutes. He put Giriraj down, and then he went and took his bath. And afterwards, he came out to refresh himself. Afterwards, he came out, tried to pick up the hill. And he said, hey, what happened? Giriraj, come on, let's go. What did Giriraj say? Remember I said? What was the condition? Wherever you put me down, that place I'll stay. So Pulatsya Muni recognized that this was the trick of Govardhan. So in anger, he cursed Govardhan. He said, I curse you that every day you will go down one sesame seed. Now, do you all know what a sesame seed is? It's a tiny, tiny seed, right? But every day, Govardhan goes down one sesame seed. Now, for those of you who are a little bit older, how many of you have been to Govardhan 25 years ago, 30 years ago? Raise your hand. We'll know who you are anyway, you're older. Yeah, a few of you. So you went to Govardhan. Do you remember how high it was then? You don't remember. I remember like 20 years ago, I remember it was like really high. Now when I'm shocked to see how low it's gone. It is actually going down every year you'll see it's going down. So if you haven't been to Govardhan Hill yet, if you haven't been to Govardhan Parvat, what do you need to be aware of? You need to go before you can't see it anymore, it's gone totally underground. So if you want to see it, you'll only be able to see in the pictures, hey, there was a hill here once back in the day. One day it'll be totally underground. So make sure you go beforehand.
What is the measure of 365 mustard seeds?
He's asking what's the measure of 365 mustard seeds. I don't know, you can do the calculation and figure it out. But my point is make sure you go there before that happens in your lifetime. So like this, Govardhan was there 5,000 years ago. It facilitated so many pastimes. But after Krishna left, now it's going down and down and down. But it's still a very, very beautiful hill. And even today, today you'll see, if you were in Vrindavan, if you were in Govardhan right now, you'll see hundreds of thousands of people doing Govardhan Parikrama today. Has anybody been on Govardhan Puja Day? Done Parikrama? Oh my God, you remember what it's like? Jostling and bustling and noise and beep 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 and all the traffic, human traffic, walking all the way around Govardhan. Like that. So it's a 22-kilometer walk. It takes about 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours. Unless you're Keshav Maharaj, who's very tall, it took him 5 hours. I walked with him and his strides are really long, 5 hours. My legs were like dying afterwards. It takes about 5 to 6 hours, let's say. But today you will get the opportunity to do Govardhan Parikrama here in Manchester. Yes, do we have Govardhan Shila? Yes. And devotees, those who are qualified, they can take a Govardhan Shila, they take a rock from the Govardhan hill, and they worship at home. I wasn't able to bring my Govardhan because they wanted it permanent today. Sorry, but I knew there was a Shila. So here, we're going to put the Shila, place the Govardhan Shila, the rock from Govardhan, on this wonderful Govardhan hill here. And we will all get an opportunity to circumambulate. Now get this, it takes 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours to do the 22-kilometer walk. Today, you will get the same benefit as that 22-kilometer walk in 5 minutes. So if we walk around Govardhan here, if we walk around the Govardhan Shila, 7 times, you get the same benefit as if you actually did the Govardhan Parikrama. Shri Giriraj Maharaj, hey! Such is the mercy, such is the benefit of Govardhan Shila, such is the power of Govardhan. So I'm grateful to all the organizers of today, Govardhan Taraj Prabhu, and all your staff, I was going to say, the devotee helpers. Who, especially those who made the Govardhan, we are all so fortunate today we get to do Govardhan Parikrama and get the benefit. Now, because it's Kartik, you get 1,000 times the benefit of whatever we do normally. So today, we get to do Govardhan Parikrama and we get 1,000 times the benefit as if you did it any other time in the year. So really make sure you do it nicely, with a lot of devotion. Now, the first person to do the Govardhan Parikrama was actually Krishna. Krishna, along with the residents of Vrindavan. They inaugurated this Govardhan Parikrama. As you can see here, Govardhan is so beautiful. Has so many pastime places, some lovely streams there. Radha and Krishna perform their pastimes there. And this, anybody know where this is? This picture on the right hand side? Where is this? Guess. So Radha Kund is a very special place. So in Govardhan, Govardhan is already very special, but in Govardhan, there are 2 kunds, there are many kunds, but there are 2 kunds that are considered even like more special in Govardhan itself. One of them is Radha Kund, the other one is Sham Kund. Yes. So if there's time, we'll talk about Radha Kund, Sham Kund as well. But you can see that many pastimes happened here. So 5,000 years ago, the residents of Vrindavan were preparing to do a big yajna for Indra, the Indra Puja. So Indra is the god of what? Rain. And being a farm community, cow herd, they looked after the cows. One of the most important things for them was rain. Because from the rain comes the grass, the cows eat the grass, and then they get their milk and all their products, and that's how they make their living. So everything, in one sense, for them, they understood was dependent on Indra. Now, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna hadn't spoken Bhagavad Gita yet, so I'm kind of falling, but anyway. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in the 3rd chapter that it is through yajna, through sacrifice, and by pleasing Lord Vishnu, then the devtas then provide us all our facilities. Now this is a really important point, so I just thought I would stop for 1 or 2 minutes on this point. Those of you who pay the electricity bill, and the gas bill, and the water bill, if you don't pay your bill, what happens? They cut off the supply, right? The kids don't know this, right? The kids just leave the tap running, right? They just leave things plugged in and the electricity, like, you don't pay the bill, that's why. Have this conversation, why have you left the lights on upstairs? Those of you who pay the bills, you'll know. If you leave the lights on, if you leave the water running, you have to pay the bill. And if you don't pay that bill, they cut off the supply. Now, who pays for the sun? Who pays for the rain? Who pays for the air that we breathe? I'm sure in the future they're even going to tax us on the air that we breathe. Maybe that's another story. Right? Who pays for all the minerals and the kind of produce from the earth itself? Who pays for all of that? Do you pay for all of that? You actually do. You don't realize it. All of us are in debt to the devtas. The sun god, the moon god. From the moon, actually, so many things happen. The tides and the vegetables and so many things like that. The Vayudev, the wind, the oceans, etc. Indra, looking after the rains. So, in one sense, how do we pay our bill to Indra? How do we pay our bill to Surya, who gives us the sun? Although in this country, we don't have to pay that big a bill. We don't see much sun in this country, so much. Actually, it's getting better. I'll talk about that this time. Right? How do we pay our water bill? Like that, to the devtas. How do we pay? Do the Hare Krishna mantra, okay. So in principle, how do we pay? Through yajna. We have to do some kind of sacrifice, and in that way we pay the devtas. So in this age, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us the Sankirtan Yajna, which is chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now I want you to take this very seriously. That if you don't regularly, i.e. daily, do some kind of yajna, that means you are not paying your bill. That's how serious it is. If you don't chant Hare Krishna regularly, it means daily. If you don't do some kind of puja or yajna, some kind of sacrifice, how are you paying your debt to the sun god? How are you paying your debt to Indradev? Sometimes when I'm chanting, I don't feel like chanting. And then I remember this point. Oh, if I don't pay my bill, what's going to happen?
They'll
Cut off the supply. That's how serious it is. We all have to do our bit. There are many people in the world, let's say UK, let's say Manchester, who are not doing yajna. But because there are devotees who are doing yajna, that's why still Manchester is getting some of the benefits. That's why still Manchester is getting sun, etc., and all the facilities that we get. The day that there are no devotees doing yajna, guess what? What will the devtas do? They'll take away the supply. The earth takes in its seeds, doesn't provide food anymore. All these things will happen. It's predicted in the future is going to happen. So at least while you are here, very serious, you must do yajna. If not for yourself, do it for your community. That's how serious it is. So, back to the pastime. Nanda Baba is preparing this big yajna for Indra because they need rain to sustain. But Krishna comes along and says, Baba, Father, what are you doing? And when Nanda Baba explains, then Krishna, this is 7-year-old boy Krishna, he says to Nanda Baba that you don't need to do this puja to Indra. Indra is obliged to give anyway, because where's Indra getting his power from? From the Lord, from Lord Vishnu. All yajna is ultimately meant for Lord Vishnu. When we please Lord Vishnu, what happens? When we please Lord Vishnu, what happens?
Please everybody.
Automatically all the devtas are pleased. How many devtas are there? 33 crore, which means what? 330 million devtas. Are you going to go and pay each one at a time? You wouldn't even make it out of your house. But all you have to do, just like there's a tree, we don't water individual leaves, what do? We water the root. So similarly, just by chanting Hare Krishna, just by pleasing Krishna, automatically all the devtas are pleased. The sun god is pleased. And the Indra Dev is pleased, etc. So Krishna explained this. Look, you don't need to worship Indra separately. Instead, let's take all these items that you've prepared for the yajna and let's worship Govardhan. Ji Giraj Govardhan Dev. Govardhan is the one that provides all the fresh grass and everything that we need to facilitate it for the cows. Govardhan is the one we should worship. Now, Nanda Baba initially was a little bit hesitant because they have been doing this forever. This is a tradition, not just Nanda Baba, his forefathers and his forefathers. This is the tradition that they did. Now, all of a sudden, they're going to break that tradition? Why did he agree? Why did all the, if you look here, there's Sunanda was there, the brother of Nanda Maharaj, and so many others were there. So many elders were there. They all agreed because there is one thing on the mind of the residents of Vrindavan. Only one thing. How to please Krishna. The only thing on the mind of the residents of Vrindavan is how to please Krishna. What a mentality. This is why we aspire to be like the residents of Vrindavan. Even if it means breaking this tradition, even if it means getting the anger of Indra. But if I'm going to please Krishna, that's more important. So Nanda Baba agreed. This is very surprising. When I first read this, I was like, I am a dad, and if my 7-year-old boy came up to me and said, oh, Daddy, don't chant Hare Krishna, I don't know, chant this other mantra, Hema Chandi, chant this other mantra or something like that, I would be like, I wouldn't listen to this 7-year-old boy, because what does a 7-year-old boy know, right? Maybe if it was an authority, maybe if it was my guru that came and said that, then I'd listen. What does a 7-year-old boy know? But Nanda Baba and all the residents of Vrindavan agreed. Because they love Krishna. The only thing they live for is to see Krishna happy. Because it makes Krishna happy, they said, okay. They took all the food, everything with them. And they made their way to Govardhan. And they placed mountains and mountains of food. Do we have mountains of food today? We kind of have like some kind of hill of food. They had lakes of sweet rice. Do we have sweet rice today? I hope the cooks have made sweet rice. They had lakes of kachoris and puris and dripping in ghee. Like this. And then Krishna, he kind of expanded into, he took on the form of this massive Govardhan form. And he appeared there on the hill itself as Govardhan. With huge hands, a huge mouth. And he began to eat all the lakes of sweet rice. Began to eat all of the ghee, the puris and kachoris and sabjis and into his mouth, until everything had finished. And when everything was finished, he said, Aniyor! 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 So kids, when your parents give you your food and you finish it, you need to chant, Aniyor, and tell your mom and dad, Aniyor! Like that. It means give me more, give me more, give me more. So now, the residents of Vrindavan were in big trouble. They'd used all the grain, they'd used everything for this big feast. What to do? So Balaram, very clever. He took some tulsi leaves, And he ran up the hill and offered into this massive form, offered this tulsi into the mouth of Giriraj. And of course, as we know from Bhagavad Gita, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, that if you just give Krishna even a leaf, so that leaf is referring to tulsi leaf. Any offering that you do, you must put tulsi leaf for it to be accepted. So simply offering that tulsi leaf, Balaram gave, Govardhan was satisfied. That's peaceful. And then Krishna, taking all the residents of Vrindavan, the ladies and the young children, sat on bullock carts, and the cowherd men, the cowherd boys were all dancing and doing kirtan, and they did all the way around Govardhan. They did the first Govardhan parikrama, like this. However, the news that the Indra Yajna was cancelled, the payment was no longer being made, the news got to Indra in heaven. He's the king of heaven. He's the boss in heaven. Check this out. I like AI. I found this picture, I was like, yeah, I gotta use that. I'm not sure about the white beard, but anyway. Indradev is a powerful entity. I like it, like it shows his power. You know, it's funny how all the AI pictures now, everybody's got six packs and everything. I was watching a Mahabharata thing and Vyasadeva had a six-pack. I was like, come on. Vyasadev's like a sage. He's not like doing gym activity. Anyway. So Indradev, the news got to him. And when he found out from his spies, he was furious. And another AI picture. That is Indradev furious. He was absolutely furious. And so he called upon the Samvartaka clouds. Now you have to understand, these clouds are not the normal, UK clouds that we have, and these are the clouds of devastation. They pour so much water that half the universe is filled. That's how much water they can pour. I just want to make a point here. Why was Indradev so upset? Okay, he's the king of heaven. So many people in the heavenly planets, they worship him. So many other people on earth are doing Indra Puja. So what if this one tiny village, Govardhan, this Vrindavan village, doesn't give him worship? So what? What's the big deal? He's getting so much from everybody else. What's the problem? So I wanted to make this point. That when we have very strong expectations, when we have a map of reality, so map of reality effectively means expectations. Map of reality means how we think things should run. Sorry, I'm going to make a comment here. So for example, I was told that the class would start at 6 o'clock. So I rushed here. Then I come here, 1:45, and nothing is ready. Now, if I have a very strong map of reality, what happens to me? Disappointment, something. But first of all, what happens? More than disappointment. If I have a very strong map of reality, it has to be like this. What happens? Angry. Notice that? Have you ever experienced this? When your map of reality, when you think things, it's this word here, right? It's a 6-letter word. It should be like this. This word should. This tells you what your map of reality is. As soon as you use the word should, that's your map of reality. And then reality is different from your map of reality. Right? You notice there's a gap. So what happens? Oops. Let me just get the pen. So see this gap here? In this gap, what do we get? What do we find? Anger, frustrations, so many very heavy emotions. So what is actually required? What's actually required? Map of reality is basically our expectations. What is actually required?
No expectation.
Sorry?
No expectation.
No expectations? That would be really nice, but as humans, can we have no expectation? Can we really have no expectation? Goran Nataraj Prabhu, organizing this program, can he really have no expectations? What do we have to do? We have to? Intelligence to do what? Yes. Intelligence to do what? We have to, go on Shilpa. Become humble, okay, what does that mean? So talk to me in terms of the map of reality and reality. We have to what?
Patience.
We have to curb our false ego, yes? Talk about that in a little while. Check our reality. We have to adapt our reality. So this bridge here between map of reality and reality requires a specific thing that Krishna talks about in chapter 18 of Bhagavad Gita. So when you say humility, it's talking about surrender. That we have to understand we are not the supreme controllers. We won't get everything that we want all of the time, every single time. We're not God. So yes, we have to adapt. There's some level of surrender that is required to bridge the gap between our map of reality and reality. This is a thing that I often have to teach parents especially, because what do parents have in their map of reality? What do parents have in their map of reality? My kid is going to do exactly what I say, when I say it, all of the time. How many parents have been disappointed? That's everybody in the room. And the reality is, were you like that with your parents? Yes. You didn't do everything your parents said when they wanted all of the time. But that's a wrong expectation of parents. So they have, as parents, we also have to adapt our map of reality. So, my dear Indra didn't have this lesson yet. He didn't come for this class yet. So he became so angry. His map of reality didn't match reality. He told the Samvarta of the clouds, destroy Vrindavan. And so he sent all of these, massive rainfall. Now, when the Samvartaka clouds rain, has anybody been in India in the monsoon time, right? When it rains hard. But have you ever seen rain where it comes down in pillars? It comes down in pillars like a banyan tree, a thick trunk, and the rain comes down like that. Have you ever seen that? Please raise your hand if you've seen that. No, you haven't. In your dreams. Like a pillar. Kanyakumari. Talking about a waterfall, maybe.
Not close to reality.
Not close to reality. Not from the clouds. The Samvartaka clouds. First of all, they came, everything became dark in Vrindavan. So dark, even though it was daytime, everything became dark. The lightning came, there was a deep rumbling of the clouds, and water started coming down like pillars, like banyan trees, as thick as those trunks. They came down. Within a few minutes, it was flooding in Vrindavan. Everybody was being devastated. The whole Vrindavan was being devastated. And they all knew, whose fault is this? Whose fault is this? Krishna. So gathering all their families and all their valuables, they rushed to the palace of Nanda Maharaj. And they came to, the coward boys came to Krishna. Well, look at what you've done now, Krishna. You've angered Indra, and now look at what he's doing to us. We knew this was going to happen. They knew it was going to happen, yet they still did it. Because They wanted to please Krishna. Just see the mood. So Krishna, looking up at the sky and kind of looking at Indra. Oh, you want to play, do you? You want to play? Let's play. Now Krishna, normally when he's about to fight, normally when he's about to do something like energetic, you know what he does? You know what he does? He ties his belt. You know, like when one of the Matajis, one of the mums wearing a sari, you go into the kitchen, right? And you're about to roll something, you're about to do something, what do? You get your sari like this, right? And you do, I don't know exactly what you do, but I've just seen it. You tie something up. Krishna didn't even tie his belt because it's that easy. He ran to Govardhan. He told everybody, come. They ran to Govardhan. Through a cave, some say through a cave, some say he dug. Through a cave, he went all the way to the bottom, to the middle of Govardhan. And Govardhan hill, all of a sudden rose up into the sky. Enough space for all the cowherd boys, all the residents of Vrindavan to come and Shri Giriraj, Shri Giridhari Bhagavan ki. Krishna is Giridhari, the holder of Govardhan. Now, he held up Govardhan with which hand? His left hand. Oops. Left hand is considered the weaker hand, right? And which finger? Which finger? The pinky. Which is the strongest finger? Which is the weakest finger. What's the point that Krishna is making here? The weaker hand and the weakest finger. What's the point that Krishna is making here?
This is nothing.
It's nothing. So easy. Look, my weakest hand, my weakest little pinky finger. Like that. So easy for him. And he invited all the residents. Now initially they were scared. Initially they were thinking, really? What if it like, what if Krishna gets a little bit tired, like he's gonna flatten, the Govardhan hill is gonna flatten us. Krishna encouraged them all to come in. And they all came in, and they realized that actually Krishna very easily was holding. Now, each of the residents of Vrindavan, they saw Krishna in their own way. The cowherd boys saw Krishna as their friend. Mother Yashoda and Nanda Baba, they saw Krishna as a son. So all the older relatives, all the older, shall we say, residents, they all saw Krishna as their son. And there were also some servants there, Patrak and Raktak. They're like same age as Krishna, but they act as his servants. And of course we have the gopis. How did they see Krishna? As a lover. Now normally what happens in Vrindavan is that Krishna can only spend some time with each of those different categories. Krishna only spends some time in the day with his mother and father. Then he goes out, spends time with the cowherd boys, the friends, and the cows, or the calves. And then, especially at night time, he spends time with the gopis. All separate times. He doesn't spend with same. Now what's special about these 7 days and nights?
Together.
Krishna is going to reciprocate with all 4 categories together, all at the same time. Now I can't do this, but I'm going to try. Krishna was looking at everybody simultaneously. Right? So this person over here thought Krishna was looking directly at them. But then this person over here also felt Krishna was looking directly at them. And this person here also felt like Krishna was looking directly at them. Simultaneously. Because if Krishna's standing like this, what about the people in the back? No, they also thought Krishna was directly looking at them. What does this show about Krishna? That he can do anything, okay, but why would he do it? Of course he can do anything.
To satisfy.
Because he wants to satisfy, he wants to love his devotees. 3 incarnations perform this miracle. Nrsimhadev doesn't. Vamanadev doesn't. Parashuram doesn't. So many of these incarnations, Matsya doesn't. But there are 3 incarnations in particular that perform this same miracle, which shows that these incarnations love the devotees so much. Who did it? Lord Ram. When he was going to be coronated, he was going through the streets of Ayodhya, and the people, the residents on this side, all thought that Ram was looking at them. And the residents on that side of the road also thought that Ram was only looking at them. Lord Chaitanya, when did Lord Chaitanya perform this miracle? In the Rath Yatra festival, then there were 7 different kirtan parties, and Lord Chaitanya was going one at a time in each. But then, at one point, he expanded himself 7 times, and in all 7 kirtan parties simultaneously, because he wanted to reciprocate the devotees. And then Krishna, in Govardhan Leela, he performs this miracle as well, because he wants to engage in love. So let me just say this point now. Every single one of you gives Radha and Krishna pleasure that no other person in the entire creation gives. That's how special you are. Do you understand that? Okay, I just want you to absorb that point. You are so special. You are individual. Your personality, your qualities. You give the Lord a pleasure that nobody else in this room gives. This is healthy self-esteem. Because then you won't be envious of anybody else. Because when you recognize that, Krishna accepts my offering just as much as somebody else. Often what happens is, somebody does kirtan and then somebody else does a kirtan, and maybe we think it's better. It doesn't matter whether better, there's no better or worse. Krishna accepts everybody's offering. It's the love with which you give it. Somebody's made, 2 people have made sweet rice on Govardhan Puja Day. Oh, I hope this didn't really happen. 2 different people made sweet rice, we have one and we have the other. Oh, that one is better than mine. No. Krishna accepts your offering too. Every single one of you give Krishna a special pleasure that nobody else does. And this is why we exist. So, bearing that in mind now, Krishna is reciprocating with all the residents. And when he sees the gopis, at one point, Radharani gives him a look. Her love is special. She's special amongst the special. When Radharani gives him a special look, then at one point, Krishna began to tremble. And when he began to tremble, the whole Govardhan began to tremble. And all the residents of Vrindavan, the cowmen went, oh, oh! So they all lifted their sticks. You see, Nanda Baba started to lift his stick. As if their stick is going to hold no Govardhan. All the male cowboys began to say, oh, let's help Krishna out here. And Balaram is smiling, like, yes, something else is going on here. So then finally, after 7 days and 7 nights of a festival underneath, Indra finally realized he can do nothing. Through all his lightning, through all his rain, he couldn't even take one leaf off of a tree on Govardhan. That's how completely useless his efforts have been. Because Krishna wanted to curb his false pride. So let's look at the word pride. False perception, false respect, intolerance, demanding expectations. So how do we conquer false pride? Shilpa? Humility, okay? How do we develop humility? How do we change that mentality of expectations? Service. So the way in which we do it, the root with which we do it is gratitude. It requires humility to have gratitude, yes. We trade expectation for appreciation. If there's anything you learn from this pastime, it's this. Trade your expectations to appreciation. So when I came here today, I didn't have any expectation that everything is going to be ready and everything's going to be done. You know why? What did I have? What did I have? What mood did I come in with? Appreciation. Wow. Gaura Nataraj was so kind. This fallen soul is getting an opportunity to do some service. I came in with appreciation. Completely changes your mood. And same with you, as a manager, as a person who's running the program. If we come in, oh, this isn't done, that isn't done, you're going to just be angry, you're just going to be frustrated all of the time. But when we come with the attitude of gratitude, when we come in with the mood of appreciation, it changes everything. It changes your mood. And from appreciation, that leads to satisfaction. So this is the kind of takeaway from today. Trade your expectations for appreciation, which leads to satisfaction. That is the key to conquering false pride. So then, Indra came later. After all the residents of Vrindavan came out, Krishna put Govardhan hill down, and he was walking by on Govardhan. He was checking everything. And Indra, now he had become humble. Yes, Shilpa, he realized his mistake. Now he became humble. And he was groveling in front of Krishna. You know what Krishna did? Krishna just walked past him. He totally ignored him. But Indra was clever. Indra didn't just come by himself. He came with Surabhi. Surabhi is the cow in the heavenly planets. And he brought her along because Krishna very much loves the cows. I just want to make a quick point here before we finish. This is one of the reasons why that eating beef has such a heavy karmic reaction. Anybody who eats cow meat or calf meat, whatever it is, there's a much heavier reaction than any other animal because Krishna likes cows. Don't eat beef. Don't eat, like you shouldn't eat meat anyway, but if you, in case you do, at least don't eat beef. That's a basic thing. And the reason why is because Krishna loves cows. Now the question can be asked, what? God loves cows? What's your favorite animal? Cows. Okay, somebody else, what's your favorite animal? Everybody's saying cows here. What's your favorite animal? A cat. Okay, if I ask you, why is a cat your favorite animal? Because?
She's cute.
Because the cat is cute, right? Ultimately, why is a cat her favorite animal? Because that's her personality. She's attracted by cats. Somebody else is going to say dog. Somebody else is going to say rabbit. Somebody else is going to say, I don't know, monkey. Right? Why? Because that's your personality. Similarly, Krishna loves cows. Why? Because that's his personality. Golok, where Krishna lives. What does Golok mean? Go means cows, Lok means planet. So the spiritual world is the planet of the cows. That's God's planet. So, because Krishna loves cows, Indra knew that. He brought this special cow, Surabhi. And they begged, Surabhi begged Krishna on behalf of Indra, please forgive Indra then for his offense. Now Indra, is he a demon? No, he's a devotee. But if you take any demon that came to Vrindavan, who did they bother the most? Who did they bother really? Only Krishna. Putana came, she only attacked Krishna. Who's the next demon? Jinavarta came, only attacked Krishna. Maybe Aristasur caused a little bit of damage in Vrindavan. But no demon caused any damage, hardly any harm to any other residents of Vrindavan. Indra, who's supposed to be a devotee, he damaged everyone. He created absolute destruction and havoc. But still Krishna forgave him. How? Because Indra very cleverly got a devotee, a very dear servant of Krishna, to beg on his behalf. So this is a very important instruction, that we always need to approach Krishna through the Guru, through Srila Prabhupada, through the Guru, like that. We don't approach Krishna directly. When we do our puja, we always beg for the blessings first of our spiritual master, then we do. We do it on his behalf. Always approach Krishna through the great devotee, never directly. So Indra's very clever. And finally, then Indra's own elephant, Airavata, he bathed Krishna. So there are two beautiful ponds there, lakes in Vrindavan, Surabhikund, and I think Govindakund is there. You can go pay obeisance, especially managers, go pay obeisances there and get forgiveness from Krishna there. I need to go there as well soon. Like that. So this way, Indra pacified Krishna, and Krishna crushed the pride of his devotee. So the best thing is, rather than having pride in the first place, what should we do? Trade your expectations for appreciation, which leads to satisfaction. Shri Giriraj Maharaj Ke, Shri Krishna Bhagavan Ke. So just one last thing that I wanted to do, to give you all an opportunity, is I just wanted to end on, we can do, we bathed Gopeshwar Mahadev earlier. So how many of you have bathed in Radha Kund in your life? I mean, raise your hand if you've bathed in Radha Kund. So today I'm giving you an opportunity to bathe in Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. So this is how we're going to do it. So Radha Kund is the place where Radha and Krishna, even today, on Govardhan Hill, perform their pastimes. So beautiful. At 12 o'clock, midday, Radha and Krishna meet there. We can't see them physically, but spiritually they are there, even today. And it's said that one who bathes in Radha Kund will get Krishna Prem. So on Govardhan Puja Day, in Kartik, I want to give you all an opportunity to bathe, and then we'll finish there. So this is how you do it. I want you to meditate on this is Radha Kund. You see the steps? I want you to imagine you pay obeisances on the steps, pay your respects, and then very respectfully, you're going to take the water on your head. So these waters here are considered to be molten Radharani herself. So we must be very respectful. It's not a swimming pool. If you want to swim and jump around, that's Yamuna or Kusum Sarovar. Jump and swim around and mess around as much as you like. Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, very respectful. So take some water, pour on your head, and then go inside up to your neck. And then 3 times you're going to dip in your mind, right? Under water, and the water might be a little bit cold, so I want to see some shivering, right? So go inside like that 3 times. Then you're going to come out and go to Shyam Kund, and you're going to do the same thing, and then we're going to come back again to Radha Kund. Okay, everybody ready to do that? So everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. We'll just finish with this. So take a deep breath and chant Om. No, like this. Now close your eyes. Do it once more. Deep breath. Close your eyes. And one more deep breath. Deep breath. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. You are now, in your mind's eye, you are now in Vrindavan. You are standing in front of the beautiful, close your eyes, close your eyes, in front of the beautiful waters of Radha Kund, pure waters. This is Radharani herself in molten form. How lucky are you? Close your eyes. How fortunate are you to be there in Radha Kund right now? Now go to the steps and pay your obeisances and take some water from Radha Kund and pour on your head. Very respectfully now, putting your feet in and gradually go deeper, deeper, all the way up to your neck. And on the count of 3, get ready. We're going to take a dip. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and dip your head under the water, shiver. And again, number 2, and again, take a dip, number 3. Nice and refreshing dip. Now, make your way up the steps and go to Shamkund. Now pay your obeisances to the waters of Shamkund. Again, taking a little handful of water, pour on your head. And now begin now to take steps into Shamkund and feel how slightly cold the water is right now, up to your neck. Now get ready, we're going to take a dip. Take a dip, 1. Take a dip, number 2. Take a dip, number 3, in the waters. Shake yourself off, come out of Shamkund now and walk back across to Radhakund. Again, paying obeisances. And take a little bit of water onto your head. And for the last time now, go into the water, all the way up to your neck, and get ready. Last time, with all your heart, with all your devotion, chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Take a dip, 1, and take a dip, 2, and take a dip, 3. Shri Radhakund ki, Shri Radhakund ki. Come out of the water, sorry. Come out of the water. And now you can open your eyes. Shri Shamkund Radhakund ki, Shri Govardhan ki, Shri Krishna Bhagavan ki, Jai Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna. So there is a very, very important announcement. Someone is blocking the temple van. It's a Tesla, I was told. ML Mother Lima 74 Hotel Charlie Papa. Yeah, otherwise you will not have prasadam. Because van, you need the van to go to temple and get prasadam. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I'm free. Okay, is there ISKCON Prabhu ki? Did you like that? Did you like it? Did you like it? Let's express our sincere gratitude by chanting one very loud Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's extremely difficult to give a presentation to huge audience in festival classes, but Prabhuji has done an amazing job. He took all of us to Vrindavan. Yes, initially to Gopeshwar Mahadev, then to Radhakund and Shamkund, of course to Giri Govardhan by telling Katha. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Just a couple of very quick announcements. Firstly, we would like to thank everyone for being with us tonight to celebrate this wonderful festival of Govardhan Puja. And we would like to thank a number of volunteers. So they have put their lot of hard work preparing so many items to offer to Govardhan over last few days, and they've also made Govardhan out of prasadam. So we are very grateful for all the devotees for their hard work. And there is a wonderful altar as well, so many garlands, and altar was nicely decorated. We are also grateful for all the volunteers. So let's thank them by chanting one Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today's festival is sponsored by Dr. Kedia and family. So we're very grateful for their kind donation. They've been sponsoring this festival for over a number of years. Every Govardhan Puja they sponsor. So we're very grateful to them. So for their spiritual benefit, please chant one Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So the next part of the program is that we humbly request all the devotees to stand, and we have to move these chairs away. Then now we will circumambulate. So I was told that it's Prabhuji's first, gents first. They will be circumambulating first, followed by ladies. And as ISKCON Prabhu said that, please circumambulate 7 times. So we need some volunteers plus to move these chairs away. Thank you so much.
We would laptop or download that's
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Shri Giriraj Maharaj ki, Bolo Shri Yashoda Damodar ki, Bolo Shri Radha Damodar Bhagwan ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So Hare Krishna, we have a very important announcement. Now we will be moving to sing Damodar Ashtakam prayer. Firstly, a devotee, one devotee will read the translation, and after that, and the other devotees will sing. So we are requesting devotees to be wait patiently until the Damodar Ashtakam is fully sung. Then you come forward to offer Gilam to Yashoda Damodar. So we are requesting devotees to form two queues. On my right, ladies, or maybe I can change that. On my right, gents, and on my left, ladies. We request two queues to form to come and offer to Radha Damodar, but not now. Okay, ladies on my right are being corrected. Ladies on my right and gents on my left. Thank you for correcting me. And not now, but after the Damodar Ashtakam prayers have been fully sung. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, so we'll just read the English translation before we recite praise of Damodar. One, to the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge and bliss, whose sharp-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokulam, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of water that his mother was churning into butter, and seeing the butter that was kept hanging from the sling, is quickly running from the wooden grinding water in fear of the children. But he was being caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed, to that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, after my humble obeisances. 2. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord, Sri Damodar, whose belly is not bound, who is bound not with ropes, and with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. 3. By such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence, that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, again, I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Damodar hundreds and hundreds of times. 4. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of company. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? 5. O Lord, your lotus face, which has been circled by locks of soft black hair, tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimbo fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. 6. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you. O Damodar, O Ananda, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord, please be pleased upon me, by showering your grants of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. 7. O Lord Damodar, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nilkuvera, were delivered from the lust of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby to tied with both to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give to me your old Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. 8. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved, Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Boliye Shri Radha Damodar ki! Shri Radha Damodar ki!
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhata Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhata Namami Swaram Sati Anandarupa Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Yeah.
Hare Krishna.